Hey guys, it's Saturday. So I haven't done a vlog in a while, and so I'm gonna try and get one done today. Um, we're going out somewhere. Well, we meaning me, and we're meeting up with another YouTuber. I know they're outside my circle, but at the same point in time, we will be keeping our distance. We'll be doing everything else. I have my shot. He has his shot. We're looking good. It's gonna be outside because we're going to be drinking in a park. Yeah, drinking in a park. Tell ya. Calgary's just implemented the rules for allowing you to drink in their parks. So I'm going to grab a couple of beers and we're going to have a couple of reviews. These are beers that he's heard about. I told him about them and he's kind of interested. Fact that they're made by one of his favorite directors, actors, person over in the filming world. And yeah, we're going to see how these are. Thank you to Mike, who actually shipped them out to me. I owe him a couple of beers, and that's the next thing I'm doing this afternoon is shipping them out. So you know what? Let's get going. Let's go find out where we're supposed to go to drink in the park. Go figure. Go try to film something. Wind's kicked up. It's raining. Yep, big droplets of rain. And there's a thunderstorm coming in. But, to show you, that's the park bench. That's where you get to drink alcohol. That's where you reserve to drink alcohol. Right there. In the middle of an off-leash area. That's one of the places. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think this is happening today. The way this rain is falling, I don't think it's happening at all. Hey guys, editing Dan here. Before I start this review, I just want to say that I messed up a little bit. Having a thunderstorm rolling through and then having Jeremy show up, it was touch and go. So that being said, I forgot one small detail. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. I didn't focus it on us, I kind of focused it on the background, so we're a little bit blurred during this whole video. I'm really sorry for that. But at the same point in time, it's not that bad. You still see it's okay. So I wanted to share this video because of the fact that Jeremy spent his time to come out and visit and drink this beers with us and share some good stories. So without further ado, here's the review. Well, good evening, afternoon. I don't know, it's gonna be evening soon, depending on this weather. If you hear rumbles in the background, we're under a thunderstorm. This is awesome. So, as you saw by my little mini vlog that I did, that we're actually out at a park. We're drinking alcohol at a park that actually they allow it. My name's right there too. If you don't know who this gentleman is, he's one of the world's best photographers that I know of.
Thank you.
Jeremy has been part of the Calgary photographer filming industry for, God,
Decades.
Decades, yes. He's got some amazing photography from live bands, from small little venues all the way up to the Tragically Hip and beyond. It's, yeah. I am so impressed. So when I found these beers, well, my buddy of mine found these beers in Vancouver. I said, can you grab me a couple? He said, sure, I can do that. Sent them my way, and I instantly messaged you because I know how much of a fan you are of this man right over here.
Yeah. Kevin Smith has been a huge, I guess, inspiration in my career. I did my first film, which was, going to date myself here, a direct-to-DVD release, back when they actually did stuff like that. So it was self-funded, and I would never have done it had somebody like Kevin not shown me that it was possible. So that's what I did, and I ended up producing 2 films back in the day that were direct-to-DVD releases, and that was kind of my start, I guess, in film and photography.
Yeah. Oh, geez, that is back in the day. I'm not even going to say when that was.
Yeah.
That might have been a couple of years ago.
Might have been pre-YouTube. Might have been pre-YouTube.
Possibly. Possibly pre-MySpace as well, but
Very much so, actually.
So we're going to look at this beer, and we're going to look at another one. So far, we're going to look at beers. It is a 4.5% alcohol Pilsner, I think it is. It really doesn't say. Wow, that's a big rumble. It's out of Main Street Brewing, out of Vancouver, and they went and brewed this. An easy drinking lager for all occasions. I wonder if they expected it to be a part of this occasion where it's raining and thunderstorming.
Adds to the excitement.
Yes,
Maybe in
it
for a treat of us
does.
getting struck by lightning at the picnic table here.
So yes, as you guys are aware, we are social distancing. I know I've had my first shot, and I'm pretty sure
vaccinated, yes, sir.
you're vaccinated as well. So we're playing it safe, and
Socially distanced cheers.
socially distanced cheers to you as well, sir.
Yeah, that's just a nice crushable beer.
That is 4.5%. That is very crushable. There's nothing bad about that one at all. I mean,
it's light. It's,
Yeah.
it's smooth. It's
refreshing. It's
that's a good summer beer.
Yep. Oh, I totally agree. I mean, that's really nice. Oh my God.
And here we are enjoying summer.
Yeah, it's summer, and we'll wait for 5 minutes and maybe it'll stop, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's something that's dangerous actually.
Oh,
If you get enough of these in a row, I'm sure you could slam 6 or 7 of these and be in a world of trouble and not even know it. It's
Yeah, I wouldn't need that big hole that's over beside me to fall over. That's for sure.
no, it goes really down really easy.
Oh. Yeah.
You got a little bit of a bite at the end, but it's
crisp.
completely smooth.
It is. Like, it's really it's a very crisp lager that's got a little bit of a nice sweetness to it, but it's not like your Canadians or your other ones. It actually has some good flavor to it. Kind of glad for that.
Yeah, it's quite good though. That's quite nice.
Well, you know what? Since we got rain coming in quickly here,
We're gonna switch right out.
we're gonna switch right up real quick here.
Fair enough. This is the speed taste test.
So you're not wrong on that. So next one, we're have a weekend. It's a juicy pale ale, again from Main Street Brewing. It's part of it's Welcome to Smodcast, and if you don't know what Smodcast is, Jesus, it's a it's his
podcast. It's
yeah.
one of his many podcasts.
Yeah, because he does
he
lot.
has quite a few. So
Oh, I love the side of it. Open up, yoga hoser.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bad choice for film there.
I
love
about
you,
that.
Kevin, but that film, I know what you're going for, but it takes some getting used to.
Well, most of his stuff takes some getting used to.
This is true. Like his horror stuff, like Tusk and all that kind of stuff. Not always well received.
No. I mean, that's almost like Rob Zombie doing his horror stuff.
Rob's stuff is really good. I like his stuff.
Okay. I've never watched any of his horror films.
Yeah,
I really should. But
It's a little over the top. It's a little more, I would say, graphic horror than maybe your 80s kind of stuff than what he's doing. But especially if you're watching things like The Devil's Rejects. And,
yeah, exactly.
But even stuff, his Halloween stuff, I think it's great. I think it was a great, kind of relook at a great series. So.
I should check it out since I actually went and watched another remake or prequel, I guess. And I watched Cruella and I actually liked it, so maybe I should look into some of these just to see.
Yeah, they're well done. They are well done. You know.
I could,
And you know, Rob's got an eye for that kind of dark kind of stuff. And I mean, you've seen it everywhere from his music, from from White Zombie to when he soloed Rob Zombie, and I mean, he kind of keeps that aesthetic in his movies as well. So if you like the bands and the look of the bands, and you know, if you've ever seen a Rob Zombie concert, which is absolutely amazing, by the way, you know,
front row,
it's got a look and a feel to it, and it's just kind of, you know, same with his music videos. You know, if you look at you know, especially the stuff, you know, like you know, back with his first kind of Rob Zombie album.
Yep.
You know, that kind of, you know, he's got that vintage horror, spooky kind of feel to it, and I feel that translates into the movies, and it works well because it gives it a different kind of timepiece.
That's true. That's true. Like, he does know what he's doing. It's just, I really should sit down and watch his stuff. I just haven't.
Yeah.
So let's quickly have a look at this because we're getting wet, wetter than what the beer is. So as you see, it's hazy, a little juicy. I'm hoping this is good. Better than some of his other stuff. I mean, and again,
social distance.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's really smooth actually.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a little shocked. I was expecting a bit more of a bite.
Yeah, a little bit more of a bitter bite,
but I'm not getting that at all.
I got a small juiciness off there, a little bit of a sweetness. But again, 5.5%. That's gorgeous. That really is.
Again, that's crushable, man. Like,
yeah.
You know, and that's a pale ale?
That's a pale ale.
Yeah, usually I don't say that for a pale ale.
No.
I never usually say a pale ale is crushable, but this is crushable.
Oh my.
Yeah, I would expect a bit more of a bite. I think if I was going for a pale ale, I would be a little disappointed.
A little bit, yeah. But I mean,
that's not saying that it's bad.
No. I mean, it's a personal preference, of course, and I can understand where you're coming from with that. But I also look at these guys are trying to make it where everybody will enjoy it,
and that will happen, right? Because with pale ales, a lot of people don't like that bitterness. Right?
Exactly. And I think these were about $7 a can. So yeah, they're not cheap. I'm going to send my buddy back some beers for this, and I'm looking at the higher end beers to send back and not some. Yeah. It was really awesome they did that. I'm like,
well, I mean, this is collectible stuff, right? So a lot of people, a lot of fans will. I mean, I have a lot of Kevin Smith stuff. Like, you know, I have a Clerk's lunchbox of all things. I have, you know, some Funko Pops of Jay and Silent Bob, and you know, I have a bunch of other stuff that I have that I just get from time to time because I do go see him. You know, I've seen him speak probably about 4 or 5 times now.
So. It's 2 more times than I've seen him. Yeah. So I've seen him a couple of times, so it's kind of nice. But.
Yeah, the last one was with the Reboot movie.
Right.
Went to the premiere with him, so that was really cool. Myself and Josh went, and it was a great experience because, you know, he's there, he's talking with you about the film, and you know, he's kind of like, as a filmmaker too, it's a really hard thing to do sometimes, and sometimes you're watching the audience. Like for him, he's watching the audience.
Oh yeah, exactly.
What's going on, right? You know.
Well, I know that I finally watched that movie about a month ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
Like, like it was not like you didn't get the whole Clerks thing where you have one really gross part and you go, oh my god, no, or any of his other movies where it just has that gross part. It was actually a decent follow through of everything. Not his best work, but
well, it's a reboot, right? So it's really just a nod to all his other films. All the jokes are there for people that have watched his other films.
Yeah.
You know, it's playing to that crowd. I mean, if you're going there and that's the first Kevin Smith film you're gonna watch, you're probably not going to
get 90%
a lot of the jokes. You're not gonna know who the characters are, which is a lot of the jokes in it.
Yep.
And it's not gonna be as fun as it is for somebody who has, you know, kind of followed this stuff. I mean, I think, you know, honestly, for a starting point, I would love to say Clerks. That's where,
Yep.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
to start. But honestly, I think Clerks 2 is a great launching point, just because it's a little more modern. It's color for one.
Yeah, because I remember seeing Clerks in the beginning, and I was like, okay.
If
And
you're younger, the jokes are a little more modern.
Yep.
You know, they touch on things like Lord of the Rings versus Star Wars, which they did the original one, although there's still Star Wars jokes in all of them. And it's just kind of that, you know, same characters, but just different time, right?
Exactly. Well, I don't know about you, but I did see a flash of lightning there. So we're going to wrap this up because, this is not, it's just getting overhead here. So I've been Dan. This has been Jeremy. We've been looking at some beautiful beers from Vancouver that have some wonderful people on it. So if you remember, if you see this, let me know what your thoughts are. If you've had these beers before, let me know. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What are your thoughts? It's good to actually be hanging out with you again.
It's awesome.
Been 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And we'll try and do this a little bit more often and have something to do. I mean,
Yeah. A little less rainy, maybe a little less COVID-y.
yeah, a little less COVID for sure. Definitely. Well, I know I'm getting my second shot probably in the next 2 months, so
That's awesome.
I'm going to be fully vaccinated. I'll be done. I won't have to deal with that. And I hate having needles stuck in my arm.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, well, till next time. We'll see you real soon and probably in a drier location. Cheers, everybody.
See ya.